Five, four, three, two, one. Good evening, beautiful ladies, wonderful gentlemen. Tonight is not really a special night, but tonight is a special night because tonight's a night that we go to Google. Tonight we're going to go to our database, our computer database, so we can help one another understand the definition of a man. The definition of a man. But not just the definition of a man, but we talk about definition of real man. You got Icy Don, aka Don M in the house. We want to do a nice little short stream on this topic. Maybe it's short, I don't know. It depends how long winded I can be. I'm still feeling a little lightheaded, feel a little dizzy. But all in all, I think that's all because of sleepiness and tired. How you feeling, ladies and gentlemen? How did your day go? I'm hoping that everyone's day was as dry as possible, although it was wet out there. Hopefully you didn't get caught in the rain. I'm somewhat got a little bit wet, but that's part of life. That's part of being a man. You know what I'm saying? Ooh, we got a nice little topic because I know there's a lot of people who don't know what that word really is, and it's so amazing because I was scrolling through this people's channels and this different YouTube channels and things like that. And I ain't talking about this sector. I'm talking about this people's channels in YouTube. And it's so weird because I was listening to this dude. They was having their conversation, and their topic was about men. And it was amazing because they was talking about dude was trying to break it down like he could be you got you rich, you paying your bills, what I'm saying, you doing your thing, and do interrupt. He said that don't necessarily mean that you are a man. So like I said, ladies, there's a lot of women out there who really don't, who would like to know what the definition of a man is, and then there's a lot of men who don't even know that you're not a man. And I really want everyone to understand, just because you put sperm inside of a woman and you have a child, that doesn't make you a man, that makes you a father. And so we need to understand the difference between man and father as well. So it's gonna be weird because when I was basing my theory on man, I was also looking at my father, but I had to separate him from being a father, being a husband, and I had to look at him as just a man. And once you can do that, folks, then you can really understand where we at. Don't look at the person as a father or a mother, because that person could have been like 14 years of age when they had their child. You know what I'm saying? When they produced their child, did that make them a man because they came or they received semen inside them and they became a mother or became a father? No. So, like we said, we're going to look at what the word really is. A man is adult male. Okay? And so, an adult male. Now you have to look at what is adult. You know what I'm saying? An adult is a deep word as well. So we have to understand what adult male is. But then we're going to throw that word real on top of it as well. Because the young lady, she asked me, what's your definition of a real man? And I left the live one because I was going to leave it like 30 minutes beforehand. But I left it at that note because I said, I think this would be a good topic to continue on and not continue on this live. I thought it'd be a better live as opposed to just having it piggybacking on the live that I had, which was scamming and scheming. I was talking about scamming and scheming, and I did a live. That was my live. I was really going in about scamming and scheming and breaking it down of Lennon and how he is really doing both scamming and scheming. And we were just talking about, something about real man, and then someone asked me what is my definition of real man, and I didn't want to make that become a whole live stream. So I basically said what I said because I thought about something. What I look at is not being a real man, and like I say, I'm much harsher than many other people could be because I don't sit at the low level of thinking. I sit at a higher level of thinking because I sit at a different table. I don't want to sit at the table with all the regular thinking people. I want to sit at the table with people that really use deep thinking, like monks. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be just there with random thoughts, food spitting out my mouth as I'm talking, trying to talk over everybody. Nah, I want to be with the minds of the leaders type people, you know what I'm saying, who really can break it down for you. And that's why I say to you, a man to me, so that we can really start narrowing it down. So for all those men, women, okay, women, understand this. This is how you start breaking it down. And there's no major disrespect. It's just understanding what a man is. He's not sitting around playing video games. That's not a real man. Okay. And then if you look at a black real man, then that's a way different category. Okay, folks? Because he should know that he doesn't have time for that at all. A real black man. So I want y'all to really understand where we're going with this. And I'm about to go to Google so we can break it down as well. I hate going to Google. I like encyclopedias, but I don't have my encyclopedia collection with me out here in Phillies and the garage out in Queens. I have a nice little encyclopedia collection. I like the old books because the old books had old words before people was putting new data into the system. You know, data processors, and they was putting all the new data into the system, this internet world. So this data is kind of like, but the old data with the books and the copyright, and it's written in 1937 or 1942. Those old books, you know what I'm saying? That's the good stuff. You know, all this new data that's just put in there, they be switching that shit up. You go to Google and what I'm about to talk about, man, the next thing you know, that should be changed up. Matter of fact, it was years ago when I looked in. Do you know what the definition of man is? I told you this before. And the definition of a woman is, I told you this before. I told you that this back in 2020. A man is a servant. A woman is a servant. They serve. Okay? But that for some reason that's been taken out. I don't even see that no more in Google. But when I was looking at that back in 2017, I think it was, I think it was 2017, 2015, one of those years. Maybe it was even 2010. I don't know. It was a long time ago. Time is just flying by so fast. And that's what man said. It said man is a servant, woman is a servant. Because I had this girl that I was talking to at the time, and we was having the conversation as what we're having right now about what a man is. Okay. And so I used to always sit with my dictionary right next to my bed, because when I have conversation with people, I'm not going to just say a word. I'm going to go and get the definition of the word. That's why, I move the way I move. I've always been this way. So we're talking about, I was briefly talking about video games. I want to stay on that for a little bit because I want y'all to understand where I feel, you know what I'm saying, how I feel about the video game world. Are they fun? Of course they're fun, right? Video games are fun, right? I remember when I was remember I'm old, I'm a little older, so I remember when, which one am I trying to share? Oh, I'm gonna share this right here. I remember when we was the years of Atari. Remember Atari? Atari. It was back when Atari, not even 6400, Atari's 2600. I'm a little older. And my neighbors, I remember they had the Atari system. They had Pac-Man. We used to go over there, play the video games, Pac-Man, Millipede, all that fun stuff. And they used to play, and you only have two players playing against each other. So if there's a whole bunch of people in the house, you got to sit around and wait. I used to hate that, so you sit around and wait my turn just to lose real quick. So I didn't really get into video games so hard. Play them a little bit, have fun with a little bit. I like the sports games. Play those, have fun. I can sit there and play those shits all day. Yeah. But when I got into high school and I see my grades was going downhill because we was cutting school and going home just to play hooky and play video games, and then I realized I wasn't going to be able to play baseball. See, I had a goal. I was on the baseball team. I realized that video games was not that important. My boy, he didn't make the baseball team with me. He made JV, and so he continued to play video games. He would cut school. He would go down to the arcade and spend all his mom's lunch money. He'd take money from his mom's and play video games. And he found a new buddy in school, so they used to always just play video games. And that was the downside of him, the video games. To this very day, his whole world is video games. He would go buy him a bottle of Henny. He come home from work and he's playing his video games, and he's on his video games until he pass out from drinking a whole bottle of Henny. That was my boy. I had to depart from him because of his Hennessy habit and his video game habit. He had two boys. Did that make him a man? Because he had a job, he provided for the family, and he he put food on the table. Did that make him a man? I didn't see him as a man no more because I grew up with this boy, I grew up with this man. You know what I'm saying? I grew. He's a man because he's adult male, but he wasn't a real man because I grew up with him and seeing him drinking his Hennessy, passing out on the sofa with the video game on. That wasn't what I consider a real man, and it depressed me seeing that shit every day. This is my boy, and it was sad to me because I remember when he didn't drink. I remember when he wasn't the beer drinking. I remember I was the drinking. I was the beer drinking, and he would always say, get mad at me for drinking and stuff like that. And then he became an alcoholic, and it was very depressing. So we're gonna go into real men. You know what I'm saying? Because we have a word like provider, but then when we look at the word real man, just because you're a provider, do that make you a real man? This is what a lot of people got twisted. They don't really take the words for what they are. They group words all together. Have words just for the word it is. Don't group everything together. Many people always grouping everything together. Black people always grouping everybody with black people. We always want to group everybody with us. You know what I'm saying? It's like we the largest band. It's like we making up a gap band and type shit. You know what I'm saying? No, let's keep things isolated for a second so we can really understand what it is. And that's what we need to do. So let me just quickly I'm gonna go back to the video games. I gotta stay on the video games for 2 seconds because that's why I started this topic and I said she said, so what's the definition of a man? I said, well, he's not playing video games. Women, how many women out there have problems with their children, their kids in the video games? You can't get the kids off the video games. The video game itself causes your electricity bill to be astronomical, right? How many mothers are going through? How many women's going through that? How many women went through that situation growing up with their brothers, and their brothers always playing the video games, and you want to watch TV, but they want to play the video games, and you had that back and forth arguments all day long. Video games. Leonard Arnold is a idiot. He loves a video game himself. That's what makes me confused. How he has so much time to play the video games. Like he said, he's a master. I forgot the name of the game. He'll tell you. Ask him his favorite video game that he's a master at. I don't know how you have time to go to school, take care of 5 kids, work a job, get mad overtime, do all these videos on Umar, Polite, Pharaoh, do all this research, and then play video games. Because video games is time consuming. So when a nigga say he's tired, he can't do this video live stream, it's because he's probably playing too much video games 2 o'clock in the morning because his wife is sleeping. He's up all night and he's bored because he's not doing his wife no more because he's been doing the internet and computer world all day. This computer world is you women really should be able to see what real men are now. Ever since the internet came, you should now be able to see what real men are. Real men don't be sitting amongst these internets the way they do. I kid you not. This is such a new world to me. This is such a new world to me right here. So let's go to this right here. Let's share this right here. This dude is he looks weird because you see his afro and his beard. He definitely looked like he's black. They'll say he's white, but he look black. See the curly hair and shit like that. Let me see. Let me see this. This is amazing. You know what I'm saying? I was looking today. There was a chick. Her name is Alina Myers. She won in the bobsled. She won 5 medals in the Winter Olympics, and then they related her to being black. I looked at it and I was like, "What the hell?" I googled her. I looked at every picture I could see, and I'm like, "Yo, by the time 2035 come, black would really be yellow. Black would really be a light skinned beige. Black will be, and I'm like I said, we group everything. Black will really be diluted to a point where you won't know what black is. And as long as people say, "Oh, that person has black in them," you will not know what black is. You would not know what African is. You would not know. They said she's the first person to win so many medals in the Olympics, and not only that, but she's the first black person to do. It's like, yo, you trying to give us stuff, but it's like, what are you giving us stuff with? Like I say, Google and look at what she looked like. Alina Myers. I mean, I'm happy for her. She did her thing. She's 37 years of age. She murdered the. She knows she's all part of the bobsled. She did her thing in the Olympics. But do you think she's black? And this is why it's important for us to really understand that we as men have an obligation to really find a woman or find women and impregnate our black women and keep us alive, because we are going to be diluted, and our population is going to become like so minimum that it's going to be easy to conquer us. Okay, folks, we're in major dire need for some pigment back into the black race, because the black race has done lost its pigment. And I don't think we understand that the black race is loses pigment in the rapid rate speed. So let's go to this real quick. Real men will talk about that right there, and that's what y'all gotta understand. Real men can talk about stuff like that. Okay, and it's important for you to understand that real men will be able to talk about stuff like that. Okay, let's what this say. It says they are males and they are men. Okay, men are easy to spot. They are strong and tough and dangerous. That don't necessarily mean so, but we're gonna go with that for a hot second. They're the guys you call when you need help. Men. They're dependable, self-reliant, and they've got their shit together. They're not boys wandering around aimlessly on this planet. They're creating something. See, men create. They're creating something, a legacy, a place in this world, a leadership role, even in their own small tribe. Okay? A leadership role. That's what real men are. Even if it's in their own small role, you could say in their household, but that's too small. Okay? That's too small, because you have to bring it out. Because if you have a family in your household, now with your household, you have to make sure that their surroundings outside the household is secure as well. So that the real men make sure that that's as well. My father, like I said, I measured this on my father, even though he was my father. But I looked out outside my father as a man, and when he was in the neighborhood, everybody called him Pops, and it wasn't Pops like because he was older, but he was Pops because he was that dude. I told y'all this before. So he secured his surroundings for his children, where everybody knew that's Pops kids. And so the importance of having the real man as a father now makes your environment safe. We need more of them. Hopefully this article will help you better understand what it means to be a man by better defining the characteristics that make up this ideal. Okay, folks? So we're going to go into this right here, and we have about like, I don't know, 10, I don't know, I think it's 19 different characteristics. Let's go to this one right here. One aspect of being a man is toughness. Okay, toughness. And if you look at the men nowadays, they are chatty patties. Their hands are soft, no calluses on their hands, no firm grip, and they soft. And when I say soft, I mean soft. They just soft, and that's how the women want them. The women don't want the old school tough guy. And we ain't talking about tough bully. No, I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about the manly guy, the bass in the voice. They want those what's those little singers? What's the singers that they got? Not even Chris Brown, yeah, but the old school Chris Brown, the little kid Chris Brown. They want that. They want that type of voice. They want the guy's name is at the tip of my tongue. I don't know why I don't want to come out. But not even genuine, not genuine. The weekend, not even the weekend, but oh god, what's that boy's name? He's back in the early 2000s. I can't remember the boy's name. He was a good singer, but it doesn't matter. But they don't want the bass. They don't want the Barry White. They want the fucking the little homo voices, the little soft voices, the voices that has no bass. Why I can't? Oh, I'm trying to get to this right here. Okay, here. That's what they want. Toughness is persisting through the pain. Right now, I damaged my hand punching something. Like I say, it's hard to control anger sometimes, and I'm going through that pain right now. Toughness is persisting through the pain. Men do not succumb to pain. We do not allow it to stand in the way of the goal or simply what must be done. So there's a certain level of toughness in a real man. Okay, ladies? Stoic. Stoic. We ain't stressing all these little things around like this. I'm gonna give you an example of a non-stoic person. A man does not worry about the opinions of others. He concerns himself only with what he can control. He's not a worrier, he's a warrior. Whether he knows it or not, he's a stoic. Okay, folks? Let me go to this right here. Let me go to me real quick. When you look at people who so worried and concerned about how you look, how you dress, this, that, another, those to me are like they grew up with underneath their mothers. They grew up underneath their mothers. Why? Because when mothers leave, they gotta make sure their hair is good. You gotta make sure that their face is made up right. This goes with their character. That's a feminine character, and a lot of these boys been raised up underneath the mothers. Boys such as this person. I mean, you gotta look at like a Leonard Honor. He's been raised underneath the women. And I mean, sorry guys who's been raised underneath your mothers. If you're hearing this, oh well, it's saying just make sure that you stay in the men, stay be a man in these boys' lives, because our boys need more men. But so many boys been raised with their mothers that they are caught up with the feminine characteristics, and then they be the ones because they looking like they doing the job because they providing, and so people would want to listen to them because many people didn't have providers in their lives. So they looking at someone who's doing something for their family, but yet still they not understanding that's still a feminine male, because his characteristics came from a female because he wasn't raised amongst a man. And that's very important to understand. It's very hard to really get strong opinions or guidelines or confirmation from a man in regards for manhood. You can't get manhood from a man who wasn't raised by a man. it's weird because I went to Leonard on his channel, and I went to his old videos, what he was about, 5, 8 years ago, 9 years ago, 7 years ago, and he did a series on manhood. And when he first did one, the first one, it got like 10, 12,000 views. Then he did the next one, he got half of those views. Then the next one, about 3,000 views. He did another one, 2,000 views. And then as he kept doing them, it was less views, less views, less views, less views, less views. For some reason, he didn't have a strong impact when it came to that manhood. It started off because I guess the people he had a little wave at the beginning, but when the people started really listening to him and analyzing him and just hearing him, I didn't listen to him. I didn't go through his lectures on manhood, but I will in this whole year because I'm going to do 100 episodes, so I will go to those and I'm going to listen to what he has to say about manhood. But he has issues with his father. I wonder did he ever resolve his issues with his father? You know what I'm saying? Because as a man know how to resolve issues with amongst each other. Let's go back to the characteristics of manhood. Let's go back to that real quick so you can understand. Men know how to handle situations, whether it's going to become physical or, like I say, it's a bond, it's a mutual bond, it's an understanding. So, self-reliance. People depend on him as much as he can. He depends on himself. A man can depend on himself. A man can depend on himself. Self-reliance is learned over time. If you're not quite there, keep learning new skills. It's a journey that never ends. I'm gonna go right there. That's beautiful. What y'all think right there? What y'all think about that? What y'all think about those words right there? Huh, folks? What you think about that right there? Let me try and get this right for me and you. Okay, how do I? I'm still trying to figure out how I make it big and how I make it small. I'm still trying to learn all this stuff out. You know what I'm saying? How do I make? Okay, so that's that. That's that. Okay, so okay. We learning. We getting it, baby. We getting it. We getting it. But see, I still want that bigger. Okay, but I want to expand that bigger. Make me forget what I'm thinking about. Okay, so we talk about self-reliance. That's a key word. How many women know self-reliant men out there? How many women know men that's self-reliant? Okay, a self-reliant man. I'm gonna read that again. What self-reliance is. People depend on him as much as he can. He depends on himself. So let's not even worry about people depending on him. As much as he can, he depends on himself. Self reliance is learned over time. If you're not quite there, keep learning new skills. It's a journey that never ends. How many men out there are self reliant men? How many men are self reliant men? When I came on the scene, do you know how many people try to take me from being a man and try to make me become a boy again? You know how many people try to take my self-reliant passion that took me years to build up, and they try to take that away because my back was a little bit against the wall, and I'm like, no, folks, no. My story is my story. If you guys can help any way, I will be able to take what you supported with, and I will be able to take that and I'll be able to work that as magic. But if y'all can't help, I still will be able to take what I already produced from years ago and work that like magic. And what happened, folks? Once once the little support really diminished and disappeared, I disappeared, and you guys are like, what happened to him? because I was self-reliant. I did my thing. I'm still doing my thing. I'm making stuff as we speak. I'm making stuff as we speak. What's this right here? You got George Floyd. His case is still going on. You know what I'm saying? This is Black History Month. You know what I'm saying? I'm making stuff as we speak. I'm sitting here making stuff as we speak. I'm sitting here with all my tools. Once I get off this live stream, I'm making product. Before I got on the live stream, I was making product. I'm sitting right here making product. That's what we do. Self-reliance. Okay. So when you say what's a real man, self-reliance, not persons like this. Let me go to this right here. Let me show you something real quick. What's this about? Share, share screen, boom, bam. What's that right there? This nigga's crazy. Self-reliance. Now I'm gonna ask, is he a self-reliant individual? I'm waiting for the day for him to say, folks, I got a concert coming on. I'm waiting for the day for him to say, I got tickets for for an event that he's putting on. I'm waiting for him to say the day that he wrote a book. I'm waiting for the day for him to show us him being able to do something outside him saying, I'm going to school and I gotta go to work. And it's no disrespect for those people who do that, but like I said, we talk about man and real man.
No, I
Okay, folks, we just had a blackout. I was live and we just had a blackout. Hey, what's going on, Lee? How you doing? I was doing my live and I was doing my presentation, and next thing you know, we just had a complete blackout. And so I'm talking about, being a man and being a real man and stuff like that. And so I was like, okay, I've been talking about space. I've been talking about, things going to happen soon. And so instead of me worrying about what's the blackout, I said, let me get all my clothes on, get my shoes on, because it's time to defend. And folks, when this, I want y'all all to be off the rip. Don't be too comfortable when situations happen. Always jump to the extreme so that you can at least be prepared. But if you think that everything's cool, like, hey, what's going on? Because everything's so normal, that's how you get caught off guard. We have to be always be in the warrior spirit, and we also always have to be on alert. And just because things happens all the time, we can't be used to it. Like when that blackout took place years ago, and we had millions of people, 50 million people out of electricity for 2 days, you know what I'm saying, on the East Coast, that was a test, you know what I'm saying? So like I say, there's no telling what's going to happen, when it's going to happen. So once I realized, oh shit, it's a blackout, I was, I had to throw on my clothes, I had to get my sneakers on and get ready, because I'm like, okay, and like, where are the weapons? That's what I'm looking at. Like, what's going on? We shared. Whoever seen that movie Red Dawn, when Russia attacked and just came out of nowhere, you know what I'm saying? And there's no fear of Russia, but just saying, yo, wherever level we at right now, we always gotta be on alert. But what they said was, it said some a fire truck seen a wire dangling, some shit like that, so they just turned off the electricity to fix it. So I hope that's all it is, you know what I'm saying? But I'm looking outside and it's blocks. That's all turned out. This block, the next block sucks, but everybody's in the dark right now. We all in the dark right now. But it's all good though, because I have a little bit of juice on my laptop, but for some reason my internet went out. My internet went out. I'm trying to figure out why my internet go out just because electricity went out. That's what made me nervous. I'm like, my internet still should have been up. You dig? Word. I mean, why is the internet out on the laptop, but the internet is good on the phone? But why the internet went out on the laptop? And like I said, one of the first things they do is they shut down all telecommunications, all forms of communication, so that you're in the dark. And I'm not feeling that. So we're gonna be live streaming for a little bit while we're going through this blackout, because I need you guys to be here with me. Get me through these dark. Get me through this dark. This is real serious right now, folks. What happens? See, we talk about being a real man. What happens right now, all you single women? What happens? You in your nice fancy apartment, you in your nice house, you with your baby, and the lights go out and internet go out. You sitting there, you have your baby's 1 year of age, you and the baby daddy's not together for whatever reason. Like, what, he cheated while you was pregnant, and so you ended it. He still wanted to be with you, but you ended it. He wanted to be part of the family life, but you ended it. You in that house with that 1 year baby right now. The internet's gone. The phone's dead. It's blackout. It's a blackout. What do you do? Well, it's not about panicking, right? No, right? Right? But is panic part of the situation a little bit? It might be. But this is why it's important for us to realize that we need men around. It's important. We need men around, because what happens if there's an invasion, ladies and gentlemen? I'm talking about, there's not just, we ain't talking about no regular blackout. I'm talking about, like, if this is that shit. I want us to get our minds in scared mode. I want us to get our mind in prepared mode. Scared mode means prepared mode. Okay? Scared mode means prepared mode.
That's the way I look at it. And it's time for you to start getting scared out there and think that any given second it can happen. And therefore, you need to start preparing. And what do you need? You need your supplies. You need your flashlights. You need your candles. And I'm kind of mad at myself because I said I was going to get some tea light candles and I didn't get them. I'm going to go pick up these tea light candles tomorrow. And I'm going to pick up some candles as well. I have about like 3 flashlights in the garage in New York City. Understand what I'm saying? I tell you folks, we gotta get batteries, load up, stock up on as many batteries as possible, get them while they low, because if something jumps off, the price of batteries is gonna go skyrocketing, because that's the way people do it. So, ladies and gentlemen, as a real man, because that's what this is about, a real man is a warrior. He always stay in the hunter's mode, and he's not the prey. He's always in predator mode. A real man, and I'm telling you, especially you single women out there that's living all by yourselves, especially single women out there who's in the city or state that their family's not in, because you explore, you the type of person who the type of person who's been strong, and you have a lot of testosterone, and you have a lot of man qualities to you. You've been like this all your life. You travel, you know what I'm saying? You no one can really stop you when you have your goal. And here you are, you all the way in California, you from Boston, and you living in California now, and you have no family out there, and the earthquake happens. The earthquake happens, folks. These I'm not saying things that's not capable of happening. I'm saying things that really can happen. It's time for us to start preparing, meaning that we need to really start getting our significant others, and we need to start getting our supplies together, because, ladies and gentlemen, it's later than what you think. Black man rise, original rebel. Like I say, what's a definition of a real man? A real man know that the times that we living in right now, any given day, any given second, it can jump off. What's it? That ultimate war, that spiritual battle, destruction. Anything can jump off in these days that we live in right now. You have all sorts of spacecraft, aircraft, all in the sky. You have any and everybody going up in there. You have no respect for life. You have nobody valuing each other's living conditions. Why? It says you're not connected to the internet. That shit got me going crazy right now, folks. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to tap out. I'm going to tap back in because I'm on my phone right now, and I'm just trying to figure out why the internet's not coming on my laptop. It says again, you're not connected. Oh, okay. I know why. Because I was streaming. I was getting my Wi-Fi from the house, and because everything went out, I guess now. Okay, there you go. Okay, so because I have Wi-Fi on my phone, damn. Okay, folks, this is really crazy right now. I had a nice little setup, had things situated, and I can't even do none of it. So can I do it on the phone? Can I do it on the phone? Nope. Layouts. Let's see if I can do it on the phone. Prop solo layouts to show back. Hey, we back up, folks. Everybody starts screaming, yay. Okay, we back up. All right. We back on deck. We back on deck, folks. We back on deck. But like I said, folks, I don't want you guys to think for 1 second that it's days it could become comfortable. Don't become comfortable. Let me just get back on this on my laptop. StreamYard. What was we talking about? Come on now, what's going on? Why is it still saying not connected? Damn it, man. This shit got me tight, man. I had everything lined up on this freaking laptop. I ain't got the time or patience to be going down and get the Wi-Fi and all this other shit. What the hell? Every time I'm trying to do something smooth, it's something stupid shit always mess my smoothness up. I just want to be smooth with this and a blackout come when I'm doing my setup. It's all good though. You know why it's all good? Because I don't be needing that laptop and all that setup. We're going to talk about the definition of real man. We're going to read it to you so you can understand now. I wanted to show you, but we talk about self-reliance. That's person who depends on himself. He's self-reliant. And it's learned over time. You cannot learn this if you never practicing this. You have to practice it at one point in life. And ladies and gentlemen, how many people are practicing it? It's so sad because nowadays with this internet, everybody trying to practice it now, but before the internet, you're supposed to be practicing it. Now it's kind of like late in the game. It's not late in the game, but it's kind of like late in the game because so many people was being entrepreneurs 20 years ago. And so now it's like we're really trying to catch up in this game of entrepreneurship. But once I learned the word in the early 90s, I love the word and I've always been that word. So now we're going to go to the word dependability. He shows up. He does what he says he's going to do. He's not a flaky little kid. He's dependable. He's a man. How many women out there have problem with that right there? Dependable adult men, adult males. How do you find how many women out there is having issues with dependable adult males? Your baby daddies. And it's so funny because I'm a side with Lennon with this. You know your choices, ladies. It's your choices. This is your choices. You wanted the 6 foot, six foot and better dude. You know what I'm saying? He had to be 6 feet and better, right? He had to be chocolate, right? He had to be something that all these other women wanted to be part of, right? You want him to be a style. You want him to pound you out for hours. You want him to be a sex machine in the bedroom. You want him to be able to pound your walls out and make you throb for days. That's what you wanted, right? Now, is he dependable? Can you depend on him after all that? And that's what so many babies was born from. So many babies was born from undependable male sluts. They were just male sluts that they were just here just to produce babies and not and drop seeds in the world. And these are demon seeds. Oh my Lord. Like I said, this real man right here is going to say how it is. He's going to say the real folks. There's a lot of demon seeds that's been placed out here because they wasn't really ordained to be born. They was forced born because they was just forced from lust. Mm, mm, mm. So therefore, there's a lot of men out here. There's a lot of adult males out here that's from science. They're not stoic. They're not tough. And then you know what happens? Then they say, "Hey, now we can put out this right here, and we can say that the LBGT world is has so much more rights than any other world because we got the right men out there now. We got the unreliant men out there. This generation right here that we have in the last 20 years is the most unrealistic men out that you can ever imagine. This is like a whole generation of clone men that has testosterone. The testosterone wasn't put in the clone. So it's can you imagine having 100 million men being cloned? Can you imagine having 100 million cloned men in the world with no testosterone in them? That's what's happening right now. That's what's happening right now. He shows up for danger. He does what he says he's going to do. He's not a flaky little kid. He's dependable. He's a man. Here's number 5. the capacity. Am I back on? I'm back on the internet, but why? Excuse me. Why I can't let me try. Let me try and pull up this StreamYard again. Hopefully, I don't have to go get it. Let's see if I can pull up the StreamYard. Yay! All right, I can. I can. If there's anybody who'd like to come in and talk on this topic, please, please. I'm at number 5. I'm at number 5. Miss Lee, I did this for you because you brought up the you brought up this issue. I thought it was very interesting to really talk about because you got this guy Lennon who really wanted to talk about manhood and all this stuff and trying to compare and trying to bring down one man, and then I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna sit on the sideline and referee and do a comparison of men. What I think a real man is, because what I think a real man is, like I say, a real man to me is not a man who sits around play video games. And I don't care if you even have the free time to do play video games, because you don't really have free time to play video games unless you did everything your purpose is to do. So let's get off of this right here, and I'm gonna go. Oops. I'm gonna enter the studio and get back to my laptop. Paid almost $1,000 for this laptop. Very important for me to use my laptop. Okay, let me end this here. Let me exit this.
Hope you hear me. I had an exit out there. Hopefully you don't hear no feedback. I don't know. I don't know what it sounds like. But we're going to go to the characteristics once again. Oops. That whole damn thing messed my whole thing up. I have to do everything all over again. That's crazy. I had everything lined up. Okay, so we got it there. It's all good. Bam, bam, boom. Bam, bam, boom. I'm learning this shit. I'm learning it. Okay, so here we are. Okay, so now we guess what we got right now. So we had talked about the capacity for danger. Okay, now this is the good part right here, the capacity for danger, because this where a lot of times men end up in jail, they end up dead. You know what I'm saying? They end up, you know, saying losing a limb with bullets in them. You know what I'm saying? This is where it becomes a little bit etchy and sketchy. You know what I'm saying? This right here, the capacity for danger. But I love how they break it down though. Okay, this is very important. The capacity for danger. Here's the capacity for danger. Manliness demands that you're not only a good man morally, okay? The capacity for danger. Manliness demands that you're not only a good man morally, but that you're good at being a man from a utility standpoint. Okay, I like that. And men are men so they can protect and defend. If you have no capacity for danger, you're not doing this masculinity thing very well. Join a boxing gym. Okay? So, like I said, my hand's a little damaged because I was defending the situation. And but the bottom line is manliness demands that you are not only a good man morally, but that you are good at being a man from a utility standpoint. And that's the scary part because, like I said, not just a good man morally, but to a good man of being a man from a utility standpoint, man, meaning that you have some type of you could be utilized for something. And there's a lot of men out here, there's a lot of adult males out here that are just big bodies of waste. Big bodies of waste. They would sit there and they would watch this happen and sit there and watch that happen. They pull out their phone and they'd be like 6'3", 240, and they pulling out their phone. Like, diffuse the situation. So all these men watch these little boys beat up on these kids and things like that. You know, saying morally, yeah, you have to have right morals and things like that. But then you also have to be you have to be diligent in another manner way when you have danger around. You know, so you people have to know that, yo, when things pop off, yo, Don definitely gonna have my back. You know what I'm saying, in my neighborhood. If things pop off, the woman has to know that that man right there, I know he's always out there on the block. He's always there. He's there faithfully, but I feel safe with him out here. You understand? People have to feel safe that you're there. Your presence, as a man, your presence make people feel safe. Okay, that's very important. Your presence as a man make people feel safe. Make a woman feel safe. I'm in my neighborhood. You know, I sell ice, and so what's so beautiful is that back in the days, the principal used to always come out. You know, and be in front of the school, and I was selling out there. And then when the principal started realizing my importance of being out there, the principal stopped coming out there because the principal knew that it was a male figure out there. It was a man out there that actually was not just out there selling, trying to make a dollar, but was a free security aid. Do you understand? I was like a free security aid when they realized that my importance. The same principal decided that they wanted to give me an honor. They wanted to give me the icy man award for their purpose in the community. The saddest thing is that they was going to give me the award when they was going to give the award to a city councilman, but the city councilman kind of like behind the scenes didn't want to get the same award with me, the icy man. He's like, I'm a city councilman. Yeah, homeboy, do your job and do it to the highest capacity. Otherwise, you're going to be compared to the icy man. A real man is adventurous. Okay, a real man is adventurous. Do you get that, ladies? A real man is adventurous. So a lot of times, you ladies, you be like trying to figure out, what is your man cheating, right? You be thinking that your man is cheating. No, he's just adventurous. He's tired of being in the house. He want to be out and about. Sometimes just hanging out with dudes, anything can pop off, and it's just adventure. You know what I'm saying? Adventure sometimes just going to the park and sitting there and playing ball, or you playing ball. Then after you finish playing ball, you just hanging out and chilling. Sometimes that's adventurous. Sometimes adventurous women, you women gotta really understand. Like, when you're dealing with adventurous type men, and then you trying to really shut them down and make them become daddy. If you don't know how to keep the adventure going with that man, if he's a real man, he's going to cheat. Ooh, did he just say that? Oh my goodness, did he just say that? Oh my goodness, did he just say that? I'm gonna say it again, woman. If you have a adventurous type of man, and you know he's a adventurous type of man, and you trying to bring him down to just become a daddy, and you don't know how to keep the adventure going with him, he's going to cheat if he's a real man. Did that make sense? To some men, it will make sense. That's why it's important for you women to really understand that you can control your situations once you understand what you're dealing with. Keep the adventure going. You be adventurous. You not only be adventurous, but you also be in a certain form of control. Control that adventurous type of person. Don't allow him to be too adventurous, but you allow him to have some type of adventure. and then you become adventure to him. You be the great adventure, and you keep him away from slipping up. Because as a real man, you're going to go as a male, a man, you're going to want to touch other things, other flavors, and that's why once you get into a relationship, that's that other party's job to become that animal tamer. She has to be able to tame that male animal in the man. That lion has a pride of lioness. It takes that lioness to be strong enough to really tame that lion. And then that's what true love is, okay? True love. You got real man, true love. Like I say, this ain't gonna sound nice. It's gonna sound weird. But realistically, it's not off by far. It's not off by far at all. It says adventurous. Read further. He said talk about read the book. Men are explorers by nature. Okay, men are explorers by nature. Don't turn your back on your nature. Okay, see, you say right here, men are they are explorers by nature. Don't turn your back on your nature. That's what makes a man man. So it's up for you women to really understand this right here and become the tamer and keep them in control. A real man is daring. When there's a group of people who are afraid to go down a dark alley or into a cave in the mountains, the man ventures forward. He's daring, dangerously so. You know me, I jump in my car. I say I'm going to drive from New York. I'm going to drive all the way to Kentucky. I'm going to drive to Mississippi. I'm going to drive to Georgia. I'm gonna drive to Jersey. I'm gonna drive to Boston. I'm gonna drive to New Hampshire. I'm gonna drive to Maine. I'm gonna drive to Florida. One day I'm gonna drive to California. Daring, with no license. Daring, okay? Because in order to be successful, you have to be daring. And a man is successful. Accomplishment is as necessary for our souls as air for our ability to live another day. Accomplishment is as necessary for our souls as air for our ability to live another day. We need to accomplish, focus on one thing and focus on achieving it and nothing else. You need to be successful to feel like you're a man, but you define success. Don't let someone else define, I'm sorry, don't let someone else's definition rule over your life. Okay? Don't let someone else's definition rule over your life.
Listen, me and Clark, we're cool. We really are. I know I clown her all the time, but it's fun. She doesn't take offense. She knows it's just all game. That's all. She should be mad. She told so many. I can't believe how many lies she told. She still be lying. Just be lying, just like Umar. And someone sent me this picture of that weird. You can see the thing. I said, oh man.
So now, for you, like we say, we talk about real man. This your definition. This what y'all ladies consider real man? Let me go back to this real quick. Is this what y'all ladies consider real man? This what y'all consider real man?
Okay. Oh, listen. Me and Clark, we're cool. We really are. I know I clown her all the time, but it's fun. She
See,
doesn't take offense. She knows it's just all game. That's all. be made.
Clowning around all games. Clowning around all games. But because he has 5 kids and he has a wife, that makes him a real man. No, listen to his words. Clowning around in all games. Off of someone else's life. It's funny. I didn't even see. I didn't even see you ask this question, Lee. I, like I said, I got this on here for a reason. You know what I'm saying? Do I see him as a real man? Hell no. He played video games. He has time to. He has time. I'm really taking time out of my new manufacturing. But I also made an executive decision. Like if I'm still feeling the way I'm feeling, I'm not really going out. Because I'm not feeling too well, and I'm not liking the way I'm feeling. So I'm not stressing it right now. But he has too much time in his hands to play video games. He has too much time on his hands to investigate into another person's life. He has too much time on his hands to be doxing so many different people. He has too much time on his hands to be being a real man. Because if he was being a real man, he would be telling us things of him being a man and doing the things that what men do. He would be telling us about him and his involvement in his kids' lives and in their schools. He would be really advocating more so for his kids and showing how he's reproducing himself in his children, where his children are really shining what they do. Why he gotta keep putting spotlight on Uma? Why he can't put spotlight on his son nowadays? Then he say his son's now trying to learn music and make beats. Why he not showing his kids and showing them as being new proteges of him? Because he's not a real man. No, he's not a real man, folks. Just because you have a family, like I say, that do not make you a real man. And people gotta understand that. Having a family, I knew a girl when I was in high school. She had her first baby at 13. Okay, she had her first baby at 13. Do that make her a woman, or do that make her a real woman? By the time she left out of high school, I think she had like 2 kids, maybe 3 kids. Do that make her a real woman? So just because you have children, that don't make you a real man. Just because you have a job, don't make you a real man. What makes you a real man is words like this: loyal. To be a man, you can't be fickle, especially with your friendship. You're the guy that fickle. You can't be all flip floppy, especially with your friendships. You're the guy others go to when they need help because you're loyal. You're always there. See the word loyal? Loyal. Now, when we go back to this cat, what did he say about in regards to him and support other people's channel? He has no loyalty to no one. He has no loyalty to no one. I really can't wait to really get the anti-Afro to really conversate about loyalty with this guy. I can't wait for her to really come on deck. Yo, Anti, if you listen, you know what I'm saying, the panel is open for you. I would like for you to come in and let me know how loyal, or let us know, not me, but let us know how loyal I'm not Umar, but Lennon is. Because people gotta understand that he has no loyalty. Because if he had loyalty, when it came down to make a change, he would never even said nothing about promoting another person's channel. He's supposed to say, yo, make a change, send this to me, yo, salute to make a change. But he started talking about, we don't be promoting other people's channels. He felt kind of, he hated the fact that he had to acknowledge, make a change. It's like it hurt him to to let the people know that make a change, hit him up and gave him the shit. You, if you didn't want to acknowledge it, you didn't have. But he was like, yo, I can't take credit from this. This credit due or make a change, and I can't, I don't promote people channel, but I can't deny they make a change. Sent this, like, dude, so why is it so hard for you to be loyal? I'm pretty sure to make a change is even subscribe to your channel. I'm pretty sure make a change been rocking with you for a minute, but you have no loyalty to no one. So nah. He's not. See, like, I'm gonna grab another word. So he shows no loyalty. He shows no loyalty. Impressive. A real man, you're impressive to someone. Something you do, how you carry yourself, how you act, the work you get completed is impressive to someone. I'm not even gonna talk about me, but I've done impress a lot of people. I've done impress quite a few people. Matter of fact, let me grab this picture real quick. Let me see if I can pull up this picture to let you know. Let me see if I can pull up this picture. Nah, I ain't gonna worry about that picture. But folks, impressive. Impressive. Like I say, you're impressive to someone. Something you do, how you carry yourself, how you act, the work you get completed is impressive to someone. That's a man. This is what they talk about for men, characteristics of man. Take pride in how you act, work, and live. Be an impressive human, not just a mediocre man. Men desire improvement. That very fact means they're going to act in a more impressive manner than those content with mediocrity. See, we talk about mediocre men, mediocre people. We talk about men right now, freak people, mediocre men, and then real men. Because we took the topic is what is a real man? Real men impress people. So now I'm gonna slide over to Umar. Okay, I'm gonna slide over to Umar. I'm not cheerleading, but we're gonna talk about Lenin, and we're gonna talk about Umar. Lenin is impressed by Umar. Lenin is impressed by Umar's chair. Umar gave an invitation to Lenin's wife to come and see if the chair works. I mean, folks. I mean, like or hate. Let's go to these words. These not my words. A real man, gritty. Grit is found less and less in modern humans. Gritty, okay? It's the ability to persist through failure. Woo-wee. It's the ability to persist through failure for a long duration under great pressure. It's toughness over time. It doesn't matter who you are. One it doesn't matter who you are on one day if you're good or tough in a moment. But if you choose to do so forever, okay? Gritty. Grit is found less and less in modern humans. It's the ability to persist through failure for a long duration under great pressure. It's toughness over time. It doesn't matter who you are one day if you're good or tough in the moment, but if you can be so forever. Gritty. I'm gritty. Oops. What did I just do? I'm gritty. You following, folks? Like I said, I'm going down the line of these words right here. I'm going down the line of these words. I want y'all to understand these are not my words. I'm breaking down what real men is. Gritty. I got to read it again. Gritty. Grit is found less and less in modern humans. It's the ability to persist through failure. The ability to persist through failure. That's very important. So when people be sitting here thinking that you failing and things, but you still persisting through, you still moving forward. That's why I say I can't wait for this dude to really have to, give me my bread in that situation. But I really want to see if he can persist through what he's going to be able to do, unless I snatch the building from his ass. Unless my situation makes that whole shit crumble, which would make me laugh. I wouldn't mind that happening. But if it doesn't happen that way, I would like to see his grittiness. If he can really, really grit through this whole situation and make this fake man, the, as someone called him, the great guy. Saying make him bite his tongue, because I really think that the great guy is going to fall apart one day. He's going to really look stupid. It's really happening right now, but you people just holding him up. But trust me when I tell you this, I know on the inside he's feeling some type of way. As long as people is staying on top of his ass, he's going to feel some type of way. And the more and more we on him, the more and more he's going to wake up on the inside. I see it's happening right now. I see it's happening right now. It's going to be hard for him to go live. It's going to be very hard for him to go live nowadays and believe that he's really doing it in the way that he's bringing light to Freud. He don't believe that no more. He do not believe that no more. What he believes now is that he just bringing entertainment and comedy. See, folks, that's why I'm trying to tell you he's really the fraud, because it now shifted from him really trying to prove about fraud, because all he just trying to do is entertain you, make some money, be a comedian, and now and he think that all those years of what he done did and trying to tear down the person, and now all of a sudden he think they're supposed to be swept underneath the rug, and now, oh no, this is all just about entertainment. I want him to succeed. So what about all those 5 years of you saying that he need to go to jail? He needs cuffs on him. Now all of a sudden, as he's still showing his grittiness, he's still prevailing and moving forward. Now all of a sudden you swinging it to where you want to see him succeed. If you want to see him succeed, you would not been doing this little faggot stuff and talking about the man's chair and his life the way you're going about it. I need you folks to really understand. 19 characteristics. Persistent. A real man is persistent. Whatever man's going through, he must persist. It doesn't mean you can't pivot or learn from your mistakes, but your quest for improvement cannot end. Your adherence to your ideals cannot falter. You gotta be persistent. That's what real men are. Be persistent, and not only persistent, but you gotta be consistent. Define rules. We don't like rules, but need them. Okay, yeah. I don't like rules, but sometimes need them, but I don't follow them all the time. But they are always good to have because they are guidelines. We need guides to align our daily actions and thoughts to our ideal. Our ideal is both who we are and the life we aspire to live. Being consistent demands we understand what we want to be consistent at. Define rules your life, live by them daily. I'm not really on that shit. That shit sounds weird, but they put that in there. The way they put those words, I would have did it differently. But courageous. Real men are courageous. Okay? We're at number 14 of 19. Real men are courageous. To be a man, I wrote in one of my rhymes, to be a man, you must be a man, ready for art scenes, heart screens, rebel cause, break laws, these walls, say no to drugs, that's my dreams and plus my purpose. That's one of the rhymes I wrote. I think I said the rhyme was like, when you look at your life through the eyes, your third one, your soul, son, that guides you past the lies of those ones who call you son. Understand, to be a man, you must be a man, ready for odd scenes, hard screens, rebel cause, break laws, these walls, say no to drugs, that's my dreams and plus my purpose. But anyway, I ain't gonna go to that whole rhyme, but I just seen the line and made me think of that rhyme. You know what I'm saying? So weird how I can't remember something I just say like 5 seconds ago, but I can remember a rhyme I wrote years ago. To be a man, the man you ideally want to become, you cannot let fear deter you from your actions. Your masculine soul begs you to take. Your masculine soul begs you to take actions of adventure and daring. It has to be a compass, a guide that shows you want to pursue and not want to avoid. Courageous. I believe I'm courageous. I believe I'm courageous. Even as I come to you and I say to you folks, yo, I need your help and your support. That's still being courageous. That's letting you know that I have a goal, a plan, and I'm going to get it by all means necessary. Just because you go to a person and you say, here's the game plan, can you help? Do that mean that you're relying on them? No, that means you just getting as much fuel that you need so you can move forward. And that's what we need. We need fuel. But the most important fuel is self-sacrificing fuel. And number 15, self-sacrificing. Okay, self-sacrificing. Self-sacrificing. Self-sacrificing is a very important attribute of a man. What is self-sacrificing, folks? Self-sacrificing is when you have a tribe of your own. You do what you do for them. You work your ass off. You save and invest and create a legacy. But your basic needs come last to theirs. Lord have mercy. I've been like I said, man. People don't even know they're being trained in this way. They don't know. You don't know you're being conditioned in this way. You don't even know what you're being transformed to. I'm being transformed to become a real man, and you guys don't even know. It's like a tomb. I've been put in a tomb, in a cave, and I'm being reset. And you guys got to be strong enough to go through this. But too many of you guys are hiding behind everything else, and you don't want to go through your tomb. You don't want to be put in that cave. You don't want to be reset. You don't want to come out a new real man. You still want to hide underneath the woman. Come on out. Let's be soldiers. Let's be warriors. Come on out, man. When you have a tribe of your own, you do what you do for them. You work your ass off. You save and invest and create a legacy. But your basic needs come last to theirs. You serve them by being their rock, their provider, and their protector. Now, when you take away, but see, it doesn't even make it sound like they talk about your kids. You know what I'm saying? You might look at it as your kids, but it says when you have a tribe of your own. See, the tribe can be your family or just the people that's underneath you that you are taking care of. A tribe. A real man is focused. Kids have the luxury of wandering. See, kids have the luxury of wandering. This is a wanderer. This right here is what a wanderer is.
You told so many. I can't believe how many lies you told. He still be lying. Just be lying, just like Umar. And someone sent me this picture.
This is a wanderer. See, wandering all over the place. Talk about this woman, talk about Umar.
I'm gonna try to still keep. I'm gonna keep looking. I couldn't find that video from Chicago. The guy that called it from Chicago in my notes. I can't remember what I called it, but I'm gonna keep looking.
Wandering.
Let me play a little more.
See, keep looking for what?
Compare the motivation. It doesn't make any sense to start a black child in a new school where they have never been.
Shut up, Umar. So, like I say, folks, it's not being like that man right there. That man right there is everything what a real man is not. He's wandering all over the place. He's wandering in this person's life. He's wandering Polite's life. He's wandering Pharaoh's life. He's wandering this person's life. He's wandering that person's life. But when it's come to what he's supposed to be doing, is being a full warrior, he don't want to talk about the full warrior, because being a full warrior means that he has to have a mirror put in front of him and realize that, oops, you are about to change, homie. So he don't want to deal with the real. The real is me. He don't want to deal with the real because he knows that the real is gonna bring the mirror no matter what, and you're gonna have to look at yourself. And that's where he's at right now. He's looking at himself. I don't know who's in my chat right now. I don't know who's watching, who's viewing. Yo, okay, I know Lee was in the house. Thanks, Lee, for showing up. Who else is here? Identify yourselves. You know what I'm saying? This is a roll call. This we doing the roll call. We seeing who's in the house. Who's in the house, folks? Nobody said what's up, Don. Nobody said, you know, I normally see Craig B and all them cats, you know what I'm saying? But it's all good if they're not around. But who's in the house? I want to know who I'm talking to right now. Who am I talking to right now? I don't see nobody acknowledge themselves, nobody making no comments. How long I've been talking? I've been talking for an hour and 30 minutes, and nobody, I got 8, 9, 10, 12 people in my live stream, and nobody's acknowledging anything. I don't like shit like that. That's what makes me say, yo, blah, 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 peace, deuces. Who's here? You understand who's here? If you don't have no real reason being here, if you're not no supporter, if you don't like me, don't be here. You know what I'm saying? Don't be here. Because I'm definitely talking about real men, and I'm letting you know that this right here, okay, I'm letting you know that this right here, that dude right there, that dude right there, and this dude right there, and that dude right there. Let's see what they talk about right here. Are coons, schemers, scammers, and frauds. Okay, that's what these dudes are right here.
About to go off, I can tell. Stop letting these schools pick your children. Special ed Dallas. I need a traveling chef. On January 18th, 1989. Chef. My traveling chef will have to be assistant. My traveling chef will have to be assistant. What? I love my brother. Shout out to my unapologetically African alpha males. I love my brother. Shout out to my unapologetically African alpha males. But my traveling chef has to be assistant. No disrespect, fellas, but I can't trust a brother with my food. I'm sorry. This guy, he's nuts. He want her to make her him.
Yeah, he said he can't trust the brother with his food, but he would trust the female with the food. Now,
Brittany says, Leonard, what exactly Claudia?
Here we go wandering again. Here we go wandering again. There you go wandering again. Now, let me rewind that, because he said, this. What did the dude say? He was talking about can't trust no man with his food.
About to go off, I can tell.
Stop letting these schools pick your children. Special ed Dallas. I need a traveling chef. My traveling chef will have to be assistant. My traveling chef will have to be assistant. I love my brother. Shout out to my unapologetically African alpha males. I love my brother. Shout out to my unapologetically African alpha males. But my traveling chef has to be assistant. No disrespect, fellas, but I can't trust a brother with my food. I'm sorry.
This guy, he's nuts. He want her to make her him. He wants this traveling chef to make him some cookies and to get her cookies. That's what he wants. Brittany says, Leonard, what exactly?
Yo, did y'all hear him? He said he don't trust. He can't trust no men with the food. Yo, look, let me tell you something. I love my women, but every female that I dated, I always cooked, because I be nervous of you with my food. And why do I feel that way? Because movies show you this. It'd be those women that you trust, and then next thing you know, she the one who sprinkles the dust in your shit because you trusted her, and she brings you your tea, or she brings you your wine, or she brings you the food. Next thing you know, you poison. Personally, if he was smart, that's why Umar Johnson's not a real man as well. You know, he misses it. He misses the ladder. He misses that step on the ladder. And when you climb it, he missed that step because he don't get it. If he was smart, he would want his chef to be a male chef, and not just a male chef, but someone that he can trust 1,000%. Because the dude that you can trust with your food, and if you can really trust and be part of your mission, you can trust him with your life, and he's your right hand man, and he's also your chef. That's the dude he really need to be looking for. And remember in a movie, what movie was that? Gladiator. Remember when Maximus was given some food? The guy brought the food, and it was two white. It was Maximus and another white man and the black guy. The black guy, he looked at the black guy. The black guy looked at the food, and the black guy said, "Nope." Y'all remember that? He said, "Nope." You need that right hand man. What happened in that whole movie? Think about that black man. Think about that black man from the beginning of that movie, Gladiator. I wish I could pull up that scene. Just think about all the scenes in the Gladiator. Who held him down? That black dude. All the way to the end of the movie, where the black dude was the ending of the movie repping him. He got back to his family. But see, folks, especially you, us men, we need. That's why I'm trying to tell you, we need a real men bondage. We need a male bondage, no homo gay shit. We need a strong male bondage because we are what we have. We okay, damn, folks. Like I said, I'm the harsh speaker when it comes to this reality. There's two species. There's two human species. There's a male human species, and then there's the female human species. And we have to really take time out to understand that male human species have to be able to find and build a bridge and have loyalty. It's so beautiful because after I said what I said, I have two people in my live stream now. Like I say, if I don't see nobody really in my chat, if nobody's gonna be in my chat acknowledging who's in my chat, if you're not gonna be making any points about what I'm talking about in my chat, and if you're just gonna be sitting there, makes no sense to be there. You might as well disappear. The view is there. I thank you for the view. I really thank you for your view. You gave the view. If you gave the view for 1 second, you gave the view for a whole hour, 2 hours. If you're not being active, if you're not being supportive, it's really a waste of time. So you might as well just disappear and not even be here. Thanks for the view, but I want to see some active people and I want to hear people, in their dialogue. You know what I'm saying? But otherwise, I'm just going to start doing videos, do like 20-second videos, 20-minute videos, and post them up because that's all I'll be doing anyway. If I'm not having no interaction in these comments, if I'm not having interactions in the comments, if I'm not getting any support with this, what's this right here? If I'm not getting no support with that, if I'm not getting a hello, a hi, if I'm not getting the support, I don't really need people to be here because it's not that important. If you're not going to say hello, if you're not going to acknowledge me, if you're not going to acknowledge anything I'm talking about, because remember, this is live. This is live. Live is interaction. This is the ability that you could be in the audience and you can ask any question, and hopefully you can get the answer that you want. But just sitting there, I feel like 50 Cent right now. I'm feeling kind of nervous right now. Like who are these people? Who's up in my live listening? Hopefully it's Leonard. If it's Leonard, chop in, come on in and let's talk. Let's talk about real men. Where we at right now? Can't remember what I was just saying. Can't remember what I was saying. I'm kind of upset with that because, like I said, I just look at little things and I'll be like, yo, what's this about? Yo, I watch it go from 10 to 3 after I said what I said. That was kind of cute. But like I said, we as men, we really have to find the loyalty amongst each other, and we must really be able to build the bonds because you have men and you have females. Okay, you have men human beings, you have women human beings. That's just two human beings, two species. Everything else is cloned. It's made up. It's artificial. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is this, folks. If Umar was smart, he would definitely want to find the right male that has his back, that he could trust with his food, that if he walks away from the table and he knows that this man is sitting at the table, he knows that his drink is being watched, he knows that his food is being monitored, he knows that his plate is safe. And then he also got to know that that man that he has his back with the food that goes in his body also got his back when the danger comes around. But for him to say he can't trust no man with his food shows you that he don't even know how to be a warrior. Shows you that he has no real allegiance with manhood. And it shows you that what Lennon say right here.
I mean, he wanted her to make her him some. He wants this traveling chef to make him some cookies and to get her cookies. Can't trust the brother with my food. I'm sorry. This guy, he's nuts. He wanted her to make her him some. He wants this traveling chef to make him some cookies and to get her cookies. That's what he wants. Brittany says, Leonard, what exactly Claudia? I mean, no.
I don't care nothing, but see this one. Don't do that. And then you got these drama people paying $5. Hey, Leonard, for drama. What exactly did Claudia, like say about you? Yo, Brittany, you sound like a fool paying that shit. You know what I'm saying? Come on, let's grow up, kids. You paying $5 just to find out drama. I need $5 for some flyers. Okay? I need $5 for flyers. You paying him $5 and he's not even gonna say nothing. He's not gonna tell you. He's gonna say thank you for the super chat. Let's see. Matter of fact, like I said, this is wandering all over the place. What'd he say?
Don't do that. Don't do that. She told so many lies. I can't even keep up. She lied about me. She lied about my wife. She lied about my family members. One thing she said was my dad was a gangbanger. He was a Pyru. My dad wasn't no gangster. I got family members who were gangbangers. Ain't no big deal. And even if he was, so what? Who gives a shit?
So what was your father?
She was posting pictures of my family members and shit. Posting pictures of my house, doxing me and all this shit.
Isn't that what he do? And so then now something is wrong with someone else does it? I mean, I'm confused. I mean, Claudia, I would like to talk to you. I mean, I know this is so old. I don't even know what this is all about. But for him to say that you got all this information on his father and everything, matter of fact, I don't even care nothing about none of that shit. But it's like, how the hell you guys find the time to dig into people's lives like this? What jobs do you guys work? Are you guys Popo? Are you guys FBI? Are you guys CIA? Do you guys work for the Board of Ed? Do you guys work for for the IRS? This is what makes me so scared about all these people now, because it's professional instigators. Professional instigators. I didn't mean to drift off too far though. Stay focused. Kids have the luxury of wandering. Men need to be focused on something grand, at the very least, their daily improvement. With the keyword men, real men need to be focused on something grand, at the very least, their daily improvement. Now, if a man is not focused on anything grand, he is not a real man. Let me go to that again. A real man is focused on something grand. A real man focuses on something grand. He don't focus on mediocre things. What's mediocre? I'm sorry, folks, but going to school at the age of in your 40s and getting your degree and bragging about that shit is mediocre at this point. It's mediocre at this point. Shout out to every college student. Shout out to all those people who's going to school. But for you to be 40 talking about, yo, I'm going to school and get my degrees. I'm going to have 2 degrees. All I got to do is take the Spanish class. That's mediocre. That's not nothing grand. Kids have the luxury of wandering. Real men are rough around the edges. I remember when I first heard that for the first time, I think I was 30 years of age. I think I was 30 years of age when I first heard me being rough around the edges. My boy, his father, I met his father for the first, we met for the first time. And his father was actually an ex law enforcement, and he was just studying me. And, when they had a conversation, him and his son, they was talking about me. He said, Don, he's okay. I like Don. It's just that he's a little rough around the edges. It's because my dialogue is what it is. It's rough around the edges. It's not sugarcoating shit. And like he was ex cop, he law enforcement. So yeah, my dialogue with you definitely gonna sound rough around the damn edges. But you all in all, because you're a man, you're gonna have to accept it and realize it's what it is. Rough around the edges. I take that. So a man, you cannot be a man and be completely refined and polished and well mannered. Who the heck? He said you cannot be a man and be completely refined and polished and well mannered. You must be rough around the edges. Wow. You must be a little barbaric, a tad dangerous, a Viking at heart. Being a man means you're not fully civilized. Like I said, folks, I said what I'm going to say is going to sound crazy. I said that yesterday, but I said, don't say it, D. Let's just go to what Google's telling the world. And this is what Google, whoever put this in data and put this in Google, and when you put up man, and this what comes up. It says rough around the edges. It says you cannot be a man and be completely refined and polished and well mannered. You must be rough around the edges. That's what makes you a man. You must be a little barbaric. That's what makes you a man. A tad dangerous. That's what makes you be a real man. A Viking at heart. Being a man means you're not fully civilized. It means you're not fully civilized. Did y'all hear that? It means that you're not fully civilized. Wow. Why I can't operate from here? I'm trying to figure out why I can't operate from this tab and move these things around. You cannot be a man and be completely refined and polished and well mannered. You must be rough around the edges. You must be a little barbaric, a tad dangerous, a Viking at heart. Being a man means you are not fully civilized. There will always be an aspect of you that has the capacity to do harm, especially if it's for good. And they always be saying, why you always mad? Why you always mad? Not really mad, it's just rough around the edges. Okay? It's not mad, it's just rough around the edges. Discipline. Okay, discipline. We're gonna do these two right here. Let's do these two right here. Discipline. A man. Discipline. What can you accomplish if you're not disciplined? Likely nothing of value. Men need accomplishment in some form. We need to see the fruits of our endless labor, and the path to accomplishment is always discipline. This is what I'm trying to get and master. When I say get, it's not that I'm trying to master this discipline part. The discipline part is very hard Because once I can become very disciplined in the ways I need to be disciplined, there's likely nothing that will stop me from being able to accomplish any and everything I want to accomplish and also see the fruits of it. And I'm just upset with myself that I didn't discipline myself at a young age well enough that I was disciplined in my older age that I'd be really accomplishing a lot of things. But to be honest, I don't even think it's about discipline. I really know that I'll be going through some some ancestral curses and witch shit. It'd be kind of crazy. But I do need some discipline though. And when the discipline I need ain't what a lot of people probably think. The discipline I need is really to be able to sit back and know when God is working through me. That's what the problem is. Relentless. Who you want to become is who you are now. Who you want to become is who you are now. Be him now. I just said that. I wasn't not sweating you folks. I wasn't reading no words. I didn't read this. I'm reading this together with you, okay? I promise that. Who you want to become is who you are now. Be him now. Hold yourself to a higher ideal. Aspire to achieve what you want to achieve and let nothing stand in your way. And that's what being a man is. That's what real men are, okay? Now, I just broke it down to what this person put together on this YouTube, or it's not this YouTube, on Google. And this is their words, not mine, but this is what they break down and what people look at on a daily basis. Who you want to become is who you are now. Be him now. Hold yourself to a higher ideal. Aspire to achieve what you want to achieve and let nothing stand in your way. The greats like Theodore Roosevelt, James Cook, Stephen Smith. Stephen Smith was slave turned millionaire. Look him up. Was relentless. Never stopped them. Nothing. Let's let nothing stand in your way. Whatever is your reason you feel you're here, get after it. Be the man. Okay, folks. So, what's a real man? You can go check that out. You can Google it yourself. It says 19 characteristics of a man. It's so about average alpha. Okay, so about alpha men. And you talk about beta men. It's so about alpha. Okay, folks. Let me get out this. Let me get out that right there. Let me go out that. Stop sharing that. Okay. That was all talk about alpha man. So a lot of you folks, hopefully that helped you understand a little bit better. What is a real man? I'm going to stand on my ground of a real man to me is once you get past a certain level in life and you reach adulthood, you know that the video games is really put to the side. You know what video game I'll be playing? Let me show you what video game I'll be playing. I'll be playing this video game right here. And this is when I'm super duper bored and I can't go to sleep and it'll be like 2 in the morning and I just want to fall asleep. This is the video game I put on, okay? This is when I want to go to sleep. So I put this video game on to go to sleep. Where's it at? This shit ain't coming up. What the hell? And then the commercials coming on. I put the video game on and the commercial come on. Like, you serious? Okay, it said loaded. This is the video game I'll be playing late at night whenever it come on. Okay, this is my video game to go to sleep to. Bubble Dragon. Okay, this is the old school game like Bubble Bobble that I put on when I'm bored as life and I can't go to sleep, and I wake up in the middle of the night and I don't because I don't have TV and I don't be watching TV, so I play this video game right here to go to sleep. I get to maybe like the fifth board. The next thing you know, I find myself sleeping, and the phone falls there, and I go to sleep. But you don't see me playing video games. Like I said, this is what I will do when I'm ready to go to sleep, and it's like early in the morning, and I'm like, I need to do something to go to sleep, and I don't want to watch no stupid stuff on YouTube. I say, you know what? Let me play that Bubble Bobble game and go to sleep. Hoping don't sound like I'm contradicting, but like I say, there's a difference between going buying video games, spending 39, 49, 59, $69 for these video games, going to the video game store, bringing in all these video games and trading these video games, getting one video game. I'm taking all my video games. I'm taking about like 7 video games to the video store and going to change that and give an extra $20 for this one video game. I knew niggas like that. That was crazy, yo. That was crazy. There's a major difference. Now, there's another problem I have with people sitting on the trains all early every morning, and that's what they be doing, playing the cookie. I mean, what is it? That Crush thing, Candy Crush, Candy Crush. When people be sitting there playing Candy Crush all day, I'm like, oh my goodness! And this is every single day, an addiction to it. And you can just tell them that's all they do. That's a problem. That's a problem. This is a problem, folks. Any man, any adult male that's addicted to this right here, and there's a lot of you out there who's addicted to this, you gotta ask yourself, are you a real man? And just because you got a few dollars, just because you got making some money, that doesn't make you a real man. Anybody can make money. It doesn't make you a real man. If you addicted to this and you're not using this to uplift your community, build your community, to build wealth in your community, and you just using this because you're doing chatty patty stuff, you gotta ask yourself, am I a real man? So I dedicate this live to a question that came in yesterday, and they asked me, Miss Paris asked me, what's my what do I think of a real man? What's my definition of real man? Just like they asked me, do you think Leonard is a real man? And my answer to that is, we all know that Leonard is not a real man, because no real man would spend this amount of time trying to crush another man's dream. But real men will bring to the attention that this is not a real man. And that's what I'm doing. I'm a real man standing up and
Lying
saying,
about my wife, lying about me.
see, and letting you know that no, there's no lies.
The lies that she told, it was secret. But this is the Umar Johnson song. That's what the problem is. You got a white husband following around with Umar Johnson. That's crazy. I mean, the amount of stuff that she was doing, it's incredible. But like I told people, this went on for a year. I don't engage any of that. These people are beneath me.
What the hell just
They
happened
really
here?
I handle stuff behind the scenes.
He says he handles stuff behind the scenes. And that's what we need you to understand, folks. He's too much engaged in this to be a real man. He got too many kids to be focused on stuff like that. And do you want to know what the name of this title is? The name of this title is this. It says, Umar Johnson doesn't wash his hands again. He talks sex and food. That's what the name of this one is called. Okay, folks? The name of this live stream is Umar Johnson doesn't wash his hands again. Talk sex, food, and turkey butts. That's the name of this live stream. Umar Johnson, can you see this, folks? Can you see this? The name of this live stream is this. Let me take the chat down. It says, damn it. This is the name of the need you guys to get focused, man. Need you guys to get focused. I'm about to end this right here, but the name of this live stream that this grown man put together is called Umar Johnson Doesn't Wash His Hands Again. He talks sex, food, and turkey butts. 13,562 views. Umar Johnson doesn't wash his hands again. Talk sex, food, and turkey butts. Do y'all see this shit? Do y'all see this shit? Depressing. When I say depressing, it's depressing as a black man to
And I've
see that
gotten some.
what we doing on the internet is this right here. If there's anyone who would like to support the campaign, you can hit me up at IcyDon167. This is the Truth Campaign. And like I said, I'm going to use this whole situation I'm going through. We're using the situation I'm going through with this FDMG, the Umar situation, and this whole YouTube world. And we're going to bring truth to the light. And with the truth that we're going to bring to the light, the fact that we are wasting too much time trying to destroy each other as opposed to pick each other up and build. Once again, if there's anybody who would like to, let me know what they feel that their definition is of a real man, I got like 3 minutes before I say thank you for your listening ears and your support. Have a beautiful, blessed night. So I would like to see if anybody will have a good conversation about what your definition of a real man is. Question: do you think Lennon is a real man? Do you think Lennon is a real man? Do you think Umar is he a real man? And what makes them not a real man, or what makes them a real man? I'll tell you like this. I was writing a book years ago, and I was talking about the money god. I was talking about, the book was called "Which God You Serve," and let me get that thought. Let me get the thought. In the book I was putting together, it was like saying, it was a thought that came from my mind. I was thinking about Umar. It was so crazy because it made me think about this book. But the thought just flashed away, so it doesn't really matter, I guess. But the bottom line is, these real men, and just because you ask for stuff and things like that, or you need, do that take away from you being a real man? And I'm really thinking to myself, because when you look at life, when you look at candidacy, when you look at anything that's going on, if you need something, you got to get it. And sometimes you got to get it by all means necessary. When you look at all these political campaigns, how do they raise hundreds of millions of dollars for their campaign? They campaign, they go around, they let the people know their agenda, and they get the support. So when we talk about real men, I ask you to ask yourself this question: what is your definition of real man? And do you have one? Was your father a real man? Is your baby father a real man? Do you really know what real men are? Have you been around real men? I wish I could remember that thought I had, because it was something that was important. But like I said, the book, I don't know how this book came in my mind. I don't know how that thought came in my mind, but it's something just came in my mind. But like I say, folks, thank you for your listening ear, your support. Peace. Wait, hold on before I go. Before I go and leave this live stream, let me go into one last thing. One last thing. Because I just randomly want to skim through this right here, because this is very important. And why I say this is very important, because
Anyway,
The deadline for submissions, June 1st, 2019. Poetry, song, hip hop, spoken word. Where's the mixtape at, Umar? Anyway, that'll be mixtape. How do y'all remember this? This
All right, folks, you see the title? Excuse me. It says Umar Johnson doesn't wash his hands again. Talk sex, effect on food, and like I said to you folks, what man spends this much time focusing on the next man in this capacity? I'm going to spend 100 videos on breaking down so you can see that this man's crazy. Run them donations. I'm a scammer. Big Papa. I'm going to get your money, lady. Die this personality for good. I'm in love with a conscious stripper. Sister, look at the energy that this man put towards this. So look, if you just think, if he puts the same energy towards school, he should get A's. If he put this, he's a grown man. He should be able to put the same amount of energy that he do to this whole Umar Johnson world. If he do it to his school, he should graduate with a 4.0. He got 18 titles for an album, a mixtape for Umar Johnson. Alpha Male Rag, Somebody Shitted on My Steps, Cookie Monster, Rooftop in My Slippers, Your Cell Phone Ain't Like My Cell Phone Now. What the fuck? Monkey on My Shoulder Shuffle. I never took it in the life featuring BB King. Lay your head on my FDMG pillow. Turn on the lights. I'm a descendant. Look at the energy that he put into this. Yes, we're going to bring a light to this. Okay, folks, we're going to really, really bring a light to this. And I'm not bringing the light to it as a fan. I'm bringing the light to it as a real man, letting you men know that it's time for us to get off shit like this because it's too many of you guys on these lines like this. It's too many of you men that's moving and operating like this. And I don't want you to be creating more men to think that you're the next generation of this shit. Somebody came in my live and talked about he wanted to be the next generation. I wanted to slap him with my laptop or slap him with my phone because I wasn't on laptop. He wanted to be the next generation of this fuckery. Shout out to all you folks who love the fuckery. Go to hell. Shout out to all you folks who love all this dumb fuckery shit. Like I said, real men will let you know what the real is. Go to hell. Wake up. Look at the energy this man put towards this shit. And like I say, if we put the same energy towards building, we will have more, folks. We will have much more. That's why I want y'all to stay focused. That's why I'm so hard on you folks. I'm going to be hard on you folks to the day I die. And hopefully I don't have to be harsh on you no more because hopefully you wake up because you're going to be the death of me. You're going to be the death of me.
This was a documentary mixtape. The deadline for submissions, June 1st, 2019. Poetry, song, hip hop, spoken word. Where's the mixtape at, Umar? Anyway.
Okay. Can you call me after your live? Do you have some breakfast for me, baby? I will call you after my live. Do you have some breakfast for the prince? I'm picking with you. Yes, I will call you. Business is always first. Politics, revolution, consciousness, and business. Politics, revolution, consciousness, and business. Politics over Punani, consciousness over the cookies, revolution over the romance, and business before the bedroom. See what we got. Norfolk, I'm glad to be back. It's raining right now.
Sadly though, like I say, if this dude gave me my bread, even on that comment right there, I would say that that's a real nigga right there. Would say some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Yo, look, a real man is this. This is gonna sound way crazy, but a real man always, always, always have his dick in his hand first. He always gonna have it in his hand. Whether it's in his pocket and he has his hands in his pocket, but it's always gonna be there on his mind because that's a real man. But a man that utilize his and focus, that's what I'm trying to tell you. A real man is focused. He understands that this is very important as well.
Romance in business, consciousness in business. Politics over punani, consciousness
Here
over
we
the
go.
cookies, revolution over the romance, in business before the bedroom. See what we got. Norfolk, I'm glad to be back. It's raining right now, but the rain will stop.
My question to you folks is, how many of you people believe that Umar believes that himself? How many people believe that Umar believes that himself? I ain't no cheerleader, but like I say, I love women. I love coochie, but I know this much. It takes real men to be able to say we're gonna have to put that to the side. I'm gonna say that he about 78% believe that himself. To be honest, I mean, being around him, we had a few conversations as well. He believe it more than y'all. I'm gonna tell you the truth. He believe what he just now said more than what y'all think, what y'all believe. I'm not gonna lie. I gotta give him a little bit more props than what we give, because I know that we as men, we have lust. We as men, we love women. We as men, we love coochie. But yet still, we as real men know that this is real. This is real right here. The fact that we have to put all that to the side if we want to build and have empowerment. And I'm one of those people who feel the same way. That's the only reason why. That's one of the reasons why I don't have children like that, because I didn't put my mindset in such a lustful way that I would take away that type of freedom. So many of us, you know what I'm saying, you get coochie and get caught up with it, and the next thing you know, you end up with 5 kids. And then you get mad at the next person because they have freedom and you don't. Do Umar have freedom? Technically, no, because he had 2 daughters. But the reason why he had freedom is because he allowed his wife to push him out the door. So is he a real man? Is he a real man because he allowed the woman to take away him from the children? Or did he just really want to be taken away? Did he really want to be out the children's life? Period. You know what I'm saying? That's the real question. Did he really want to be out those kids' life? Or did he want to still have his freedom? Meaning that those babies were just a nut. Those babies were just a nut. We know what Umar babies. Sorry, girls, you girls were just a nut. Well, let me see. And many children just many children born just a nut. But Umar babies was probably just born a nut. Yeah, he be getting. I mean, yo, like, why not? You know what I'm saying? Why not? Why not? But what scared me in life was this. You know what I'm saying? To be labeled a hoe, to be labeled a whore. That's for me. You know what I'm saying? Oh, anytime a female look at me, and she just gonna think that that's all he's just trying to get. That was one of the things I used to I hate. Even like when I'm out there selling to this day, I used to flirt. I don't flirt. I don't even. I try not to say too much flirty stuff. I try not to say the things that come to my mind. I try to not to look. I try not to. It was so hard, but I try not to look. I try not to really engage because I'm trying to just keep you as customers and keep coming. But me being a man and me being a real man, it's like shit. You got to. You want to. It's a must. It's all part of your nature. Remember that? Remember what I said about nature? Which one was that? Adventurous nature. What was so about nature? Your nature, your nature. Oh Lord. Which one was it talk about nature? Gritty, persistent, courageous, nah, self-sacrificing, focused. Damn, which one is about nature? I'm getting sleepy. It's time to go to sleep. Damn, nature is all the way up here. Adventurous. All right. We as men are adventurous, so the adventurous part is also our natural part, the nature part. You know, that's where the nature comes from. Okay, the adventurous. So we as men, we're gonna be adventurous and everything. But once we realize, is like you said, business before that, we have to fight now. That's the problem. When we have to fight our adventureness, which is our natural instinct of being a natural human being, a natural man. So getting drawers is part of being a man. He be getting those drawers, yeah. Matter of fact, when I was in VA with him, when I went to VA and we put me in the room, shout out to Umo getting that coochie in that hotel. Shout out to Umo getting that coochie. I know who he smashed too. That was the funny thing. Well, I assume I know who he smashed. I kind of think I know. I kind of think I know. Maybe I do, maybe I don't. I kind of think I do though. Shout out to Umar getting the drawers in the hotel. Like I say, folks, in this world of being who you are, and especially being a man, it comes with a lot of perks and privileges. Shout out to being a straight man. Shout out to being me. I'm talking me. Shout out for me being a real man, a straight man, me being a man, and knowing that I'm a man and not being confused. And to all those confused men, take a look in the mirror and try and figure it out. Thank y'all for your listening ear, your support. Let me get this cat off the screen. Okay, let's get that off the screen. Let's put this up on the screen and end it. $ Icy Dawn 167. We need some flyers. Let me show you what I want. I want my flyers to look like. Let me show you what I need my flyers to look like. Oh, folks, I got my mail that came in today. The mail came in today for the court. These are all my requirement days. I got March 4th to do this and May 20th to do that and that and that and that. Then I go to court July 6th. We had the pre-trial. Now this is the trial. Okay, this is the trial date. There's no escaping this right here. I don't know why I had to go past the pre-trial, especially, you know, the fact that he didn't show up and he didn't show up. But this is the legal system that we in. So this is what we gotta go through, the bullshit. All right, where's my flyer? I'm looking for one of my flyers so I can show you what I need. Oh well, it's not in this box. This is me in the newspaper. From the brink of disaster to the straight path of success. That's me in the newspaper. Okay, this is the flyers I need. I need flyers, okay? I need flyers like this. Okay, so it's gonna be flyers like this. But it's gonna front and back. Keep it green, keep it clean. That's icy. Proceeds go towards job and creation of the movie Hood President. Okay. Okay. And this I'm showing you because I want you to understand that this is what we need. We need flyers. I need different sets of flyers. God help those who help themselves. Okay? These are flyers that we need. I need you to understand that why is it going to we want to prepare for the end of school year party, okay? It's time to hire some of our young people. Fundraising. This is all part of our campaign, fundraising campaign, the coordinate, street team promoters. I don't be bull crapping when I say things. We need promoters, we need canvassers, we need phone bankers, people that's going to be on the phones, election day operators. This is for my election day campaign because, see, you guys got to understand that campaigns be paying out a lot of money. So when I say it's a spread love campaign, truth campaign, because when it comes down to the election campaign, I'm going to have people. And then they going to be like, yo, how many youth do you have? I'm like, I got thousands, okay? That's very important for you to understand. That's the game. Green project, invest in our community. Like I said, I need thousands of flyers because we got to tell the story. Remember I say I got my calendars, okay? My calendars, I've done different calendars. And we want to do the rally. April 4th was supposed to be the rally day. I was talking to this young lady. She just disappeared on me, but it's all good. They all do that. Green Project, okay? Hello, family. My name is Don Murray. I'm from Jamaica, Queens. I need your help. This is before I was on the internet. Currently, I'm heading up a major recycle program, okay? As well as a abandoned house yard cleanup, okay? We need your soda water beer bottle, okay? Okay? The little things. We was going around cleaning up abandoned houses. That's what we was doing. I have footage of it, cleaning up these homes, yeah. Because it would be so many different abandoned houses. That's why I looked in Philly and said, oh my goodness, you have all these abandoned houses on the blocks and no one's taking care of it. So what we were doing, we were just going in and start taking over and cleaning them up. And then I was like, you know what we're going to do is take over the yards, period, until someone kicks us out. We're going to being that they don't want to take care of it, we're going to take care of the yards and take them over. It's the abandoned project takeover, okay? All right, folks. So if you'd like to help and support, we do need some flyers. I do need more flyers. This is actually a mural I painted, and I put it on the flyer of the city skyline. This is really an actual mural, except for the words. Everything, even the words that you see here, that's the actual words. Telephone number, even the backdrop. All that's a mural I painted. Well, I should say we painted. We painted that one. It's my mural, but we painted it. I don't take all credit. Give us your bottles and cans and pennies. Okay, so folks, like I said, I need flyers like that. It's going to be my storybook. You're going to be able to tell, and it's going to be all about the whole situation we're going through now, okay? This is going to be one package going out to people. It's going to be together. They're going to be able to flip through it. And they're going to be able to see the story. Okay. Thank you for your listening ear. Thank you for your support. This is a group that I was a part of, Circle of Brothers. This was in Harlem. Okay. Answer the call. Promote peace, eliminate violence, mentor youth, build business and support entrepreneurs, develop employment career opportunities. We always been on this, folks. We always been on this. We always been on this. Like I said, instead of doing Circle Brothers, now Cipher of Brothers, okay? Cipher of Brothers. I know niggas always gonna mimic me, but it is what it is. I put it out there. Cipher of Brothers. Remember I said to you that I would always keep my dictionary by side, not thesaurus, because when I talk to people. So let's go look at the word man. Okay, this is the Webster. Okay, Webster. Y'all be thinking I'll be bullshit. Everybody's not lying. He's such a liar. Nobody gotta be lying for your asses. What is a man? It might. I think man was in. It says servant in here. I'm gonna put some man. Yeah, it might have been in here. That's why I said I like book. All that internet world shit is too like whatever. It's like what are you talking about? This sounds too ABC-ish. So man, my vision is hurting right now. My eyes are hurting. Nope, I don't see. I see. It don't have. I don't have. It don't. It doesn't have man in here. There's this Webster New World Pocket Thesaurus, second edition. Don't have the word man in here. I guess it's a thesaurus. It don't have man in here. It has male, but it don't have man. Peace.